Hey there, this is Yakima Apex Training. Thank you for joining us here on today's episode on flexibility training with a PVC pipe. And so we're going to go right into 5 movements. This can be done within 5 or 10 minutes. This is a great way to really end your workout. Again, it's best to do more static, prolonged stretches in the end of your workout, whereas in the beginning of your workout, you want more of a dynamic kind of a quick stretch regimen, because you don't want to make your actin-mice and your muscle fibers too lax when you're trying to move like the wind, right? Okay, so we got 5 movements here. Again, the purpose of this video is to show you how to improve your flexibility with a simple tool such as a weighted PVC pipe. Okay, and again, weighted because it makes it more durable and stiffer, and it has a little added weight there for proprioceptive feedback. Okay, without much further ado, we're going to move into the first stretch. Okay, it's called a doorway stretch. So I'm going to turn this so you can see the entryway to my house. All right, and then so from here, what you want to do, I'm going to open this wide open so I can step through. And you take your PVC pipe without knocking. This may not work too well because that little light fixture is there. Okay, so we're going to do this. So you see how this doorway is set up, of course, with the opening through. So we're going to pivot the video towards the rig. I call this the rig, but it's actually the power cage. So I want you to imagine that I already have this area tidied up. Okay, let's do this without taking my eyeball out. This plyometric box out of the way. All right. So we're going to imagine that this is an open doorway here, all right? And so you want to put your PVC pipe against that open doorway, and you slide up. So the narrower your hands are on here, the closer your hands are together, the easier the stretch, okay? All right, I'm going to have to back this camera up just a little bit. So bear with me. Thank you for your patience, as I am a better weightlifter than I am a cinematographer. All right, so an example of the doorway stretch. Okay, come up and down. And then be careful you're not twisting and constantly. You're staying tried and true to stretch your shoulders. Okay, try not to bounce. I'm just trying to get an easy stretch and then step away. All right, so again, let me get this out of the way. So as the further your hands are on the PVC pipe, the more difficult the stretch is, but the better the stretch is for your pec and your shoulders, okay? So again, you see my body here? And from this, you can go into the second stretch, which is adding a rotational component. And being that I'm recovering from my rotator cuff surgery, I need to work my left side more. So what I do is I just kind of turn my body away from the side I'm trying to stretch, all right? So I want to stretch the left, so I'm just kind of just rotating. I'm pivoting from basically my hip. All right. Okay, so that is a doorway stretch with a PVC pipe. Okay, then you can move into your figure eights. All right, so I'm going to use an unweighted pipe because I'm not really permitted to what I call free lift with my left arm. So this is an empty PVC pipe. It's hollow, and so I'm going to switch this back again to center stage. All right, so center stage here. So with the figure 8, all right, your hands are what I call an isosceles triangle. Okay, so you got one edge of the triangle, second edge of the triangle, and the third edge down here. So it's probably not like exactly an isosceles triangle, but you'll have to look that up. Anyways, from here you want to bring it up and around. So this is a figure. If you can imagine that I'm actually kind of almost like making an infinity sign, okay? So I'm doing it forward in front of me, okay? All right, so as you become more flexible, then you want to bring it overhead, okay? To eventually you want to have it over like the crown of your head. Okay, and then you work the opposite side. Okay, again, for people that aren't very flexible, it might look more like you're rowing a kayak here, and that's as far as you can go. That is okay, because what you're doing is you're warming up your shoulders, which you want to do before you get into resistive training to minimize injury. Okay, so again, figure 8, All right, forward. Again, I'm recovering from surgery on my left side, so I'm being careful not to overdo. And then you go in reverse. Okay. All right, that's a figure 8 rotational flexibility work for your shoulders, because our shoulders are a ball and socket joint, so it should move as such. Okay. And then we're going to get into the football catch stretch now. So this, I'm going to angle the camera downward so you can see me on the floor. And let me get the plyometric box out of the way. Get really good at doing things one-handed. Yep. So I'm going to adjust this so you can see me on the ground. Thank you for your patience. Hope everyone's having a good day. Okay, so I have the camera set down so you can see me down on the ground. Got to move my mic in front. And this is called a football stretch. I call it the football catch stretch. Okay, so what's really great about this PVC pipe is you can actually use it like to support, because I can't use my left arm to push off. It's kind of a nice assist aid. Okay, so here I am down on the ground, and we're gonna do the football catch stretch. Okay, so from here, all right, what I do is I'm coming out here, and I'm like leaning away from my bent knees. So my top left knee's bent and my left arm is outstretched. Kind of reminds me of like the Heisman Trophy, you know, how they're reaching out to catch that football. Okay? Ah, this feels great. So it helps to elongate your spine. Nice long stretch. You know, and then when you switch over to the other side, I just kind of let it rest on my belly and I just rotate. And I stretch out. Okay? So it's really great having this PVC pipe because it's something I can grab onto each end, so it doesn't seem like my arm's like flailing about. So it's a close chain stretch. Everything's looped together. It's a self-enclosed system. This feels awesome. Okay, again, one more time on the other side. If you can't stretch as far, then, you know, rotate your body a little more so you're not straining your shoulder. And as you get better and better at your flexibility, and you lean back and push your arm up, and you'll get more of a stretch. So this is, I call this the football stretch, because you can imagine if I'm standing on my feet as I'm reaching for a football in the end zone to catch. Anyway, so that's the football stretch. The last stretch that we have on our plate today is called the triangle stretch. Okay, so from here, what you want to do is you want to move your legs as far as comfortable as you can. Put the pull at the end here, okay? So you're in there. Then from here, you just kind of pull forward, okay? So what that does, it helps to stretch your hamstrings, all right? So some people do it like this. What they end up rounding their back. So I like keeping your chest up, hands on the bar, and you're just pulling forward on there. Oh boy, that feels great. I need to do more of this, okay? So this is a great way. So I'm going to show you a side snapshot of this, okay? So as you want to make it more difficult, then what you can do is you kind of bring your feet together and you reach forward even more. Okay, well actually that's opposite, that's easier. Never mind, scratch that last recommendation. So from the side, I'm going to rotate my body here so you can see. So again, I saw triangle stretch. Get that PVC pipe, put it up against your heels, keep your back straight, and you arch forward here from the hips. So you're not bending from your spine, you're bending from your hips joint, okay? All right? So if you want a better stretch and kind of be upright and just kind of pull in, so eventually you get really good at this, you start pulling forward and you're hugging, you're pulling this down and you're leaning into it. So that's how you can stretch your own hamstrings by using a simple tool, the PVC pipe. Is that so cool or what? So that concludes our flexibility video on using the PVC pipe. We covered the doorway slides, in addition to your rotation, plus the third one was the figure 8 and the football catch, and then we end it with the triangle, the isosceles triangle stretch. All right, thank you for your time, and if you felt this video was helpful, please like and subscribe on YouTube. Have any questions, you may contact us through our website at apextrainingforlife.com, or our business phone number 916-6 882-6393. 62. Dyslexic at the moment. Okay,